I am the Dark Angel War 57, and welcome back to the Diversity 2 map for Minecraft Monday. We're going to head over and do the puzzle section next. Yep, there we go. And since I've got some new editing software, I've got a nice little... not sure if it'd be a nice surprise, but I'm trying something new here, and you guys will see it a bit later with one of the puzzles. I think this was supposed to be a throwback to the first map, which now that I've completed this one, I'm tempted to go back and do the first one now, the original Diversity map. This book can be used to get hints or return to the hub. There are 4 hints per puzzle. The first hint for each puzzle is free. Hint. I actually really enjoyed the puzzle section of this diversity map. I have a lot of fun with these puzzles. Alright, here's a preview. Watch the lights in the ceiling and what happens to them when you trigger a plate. The lights have to be off. This one was fairly straightforward. It's a fairly common puzzle wherein you turn one on, the ones around it get turned off, and vice versa. When you turn one off, the ones around it get turned on. Now, using the items they gave me, the piece of paper there, I can toggle off and on the pillars to see what I'm missing. The hardest part about this one is I didn't quite understand everything, in that if you look, there's the yellow and black checkered border around, and there's lights on the outside. I didn't realize that I needed to get those as well. And at this point, I actually hadn't read the instructions properly, because I'm trying to get all of the lights lit, where it wants you to turn them all off. See right here, I have all of the lights inside the grid turned on, but not the ones on the outside, and they're all supposed to be off, not on. Here we go, working on trying to get them all off. Skipping every other one. There we go. Skip that one, hit this one. But there's still the ones on the outside that I'm not getting. So here's where I get the hint that includes the parts you can't reach. And there we go. This was kind of tricky, I thought. Everything's normal until I turn around. And again, you come inside. Oh, no, that one triggered immediately. I saw that this time. Okay. And then I like that they did this one. It was really interesting to see a literal puzzle in the map. I'm really hoping that they had some sort of program, some sort of something to make this easier. Otherwise, I feel really bad that they sat and built this and then mapped it out for the pieces. I would just feel really bad for them, because that sounds like a pain in the tuchus. One thing that I was glad that they didn't do with this puzzle, except for at the very end, is that I didn't have to rotate the pieces. That would have made this puzzle so much more difficult. I can't even imagine how much longer it would have taken me to complete it. It would not have been pleasant. Unfortunately, with doing the post audio, I feel like it's harder for me to make commentary on it, because I'm not in the game. I'm not having the in-game revelations, and it's been far enough back now that I wouldn't necessarily remember the in-game revelations. So if my commentary is a little sketchy, a little, I don't know, not there, again, I apologize. It's something new for me. It's something I'm learning. And personally, I hope I never have to do post audio again after this map. But if I do, hopefully by the end of this, I'll be more comfortable with it. And it won't be quite as stiff. And at this point, you can start to see it's a sheepy. When I originally did this, I was kind of confused with the little panels on like the bottom and the right hand side there. It makes a lot more sense once this puzzle is complete. So that one just place twisted. Okay. Come on, go rotate it. There you go. It's a sheepy! And then right here, I got really confused because look, it's all there. What do? I didn't think to turn around and look at the button. You gonna turn around and look at the button yet? There you go. Check puzzle. Check answer. Here, have an extra hint. You'll need it for this next one. No, don't thank me. It'll save me save time when you curse my name later. I actually didn't curse your name with this one. Alright, this was an interesting puzzle and it took me a while to figure out, but this is where my special little treat might be coming in if everything works. So if you guys can look over here, I'll be drawing out how I solved the puzzle, because on here I'm going to be sitting there for a while and doing nothing, because as I was actually playing the game, I was sitting here doing this. So we've got, oh my gosh, my resolution is terrible on this. I am sorry. I can't see everyone's names. Come on, reset. Let me go look at things. So the premise is you have the 5 different sheep, you have the 5 different locations, and you have the 5 different colors for the sheep. So let's start here with the colors. We've got orange, green, oh, there we go. There's some hints, but let's get this grid done real quick. Orange, green, blue, purple, and yellow. And then you have the locations of far left, left, middle, right, and far right. And once again, you have far left, left, middle, right, far right, and you have the various sheep's names. Oh my gosh, I cannot read that for the life of me. Thomas, Bob, Sam, Doug, and I don't remember the other dude's name. Hang on, I might still have the original note. And Mac. And then you also have because there's a three-part puzzle on this. You have Mac, Doug, Sam, Bob, and Thomas, and orange, green, blue, purple, yellow. Alright, so when the hints come back up on screen, I'll start showing you guys how I use this little grid here. If you don't know how to do it already, that is. Alright, so the first one is there. Mac and Bob are not yellow. Mac is okay. Thomas is not in the far left spot. Mac is either yellow or on the far right. Since we know Mac is not yellow, Mac is in the far right, which means he can't be right, middle, left, or far left, and nobody else can go in the far right. Let's see, Bob is 2 spaces left of Doug. So Bob could be here or here, and then Doug would be there or there. Bob is to the right of the orange sheep. We don't have all the hints here yet. Mac is either yellow on the far right. Okay, we took care of that one. There we go. The sheep on the far right is not purple. Oh, sorry, is purple. So, far right is purple. That means nobody else. No other colors on the far right, and purple cannot be in any of the other slots. And the orange sheep is not in the middle. There we go. You may now begin cursing my name. I just wish I had a thing here that has the full list there. Bob is to the right of the orange sheep. The orange sheep is not in the middle. Oh, come on. How did I figure this out last time? Dag nammit. There we go. The middle sheep is either orange or green. We know the middle sheep is not orange, so the middle sheep is green. That clears those up. Oh, good, you guys can still see that. I have to keep double checking. So there's that. Bob is to the right of the orange sheep. That means the orange sheep cannot be in the right place, because it has to be there or there. Otherwise, oh crap, I might have just screwed that up. We'll see how it goes. I have no way to clear this up. I wanted to use Sharpie to make sure you guys can see. What's this? A lid that has nothing attached to it. Okay. Mac is either yellow or on the far right. We know where Mac is. And because of that, far right, we know the far right is purple, so therefore we know that Mac is purple. So there's that. Thomas is not in the far left spot. Oh, man. Bob is to the right of the orange sheep. Bob is 2 spaces left of Doug. So Bob can be... I have something lighter just to like make little notes on without doing... Does this thing work? Okay. So Bob is to the right of the orange sheep. That means Bob can be here, here, or here. Bob is 2 spaces left of Doug. That means that Bob, because the only one that has 2 spaces, that one. So there's Bob, and that's Doug. So those places are full and those guys are taken. Awesome. All right, and then if you look here, Sam can either be in the far left or the middle, but Thomas can only be in the middle. So you put Thomas there, the middle is taken, I put Sam in the far left. So now we've figured out which sheep go where. We just need to figure out which sheep correlate with which color. You can't quite see the top there. There we go. Alright, so one's regarding color. Sheep on the far right is purple. We've got that. And we know that's Mac. The middle sheep is not orange. So we know that the middle sheep, which is Thomas, is not orange. Mac and Bob are not yellow. The middle sheep is either orange or green. We know that the middle sheep is green, so that we know that Thomas is in fact green, which means he cannot be blue, and nobody else can be green. Alright. Mac is either yellow or on the far right. Okay, Bob is to the right of the orange sheep. So Bob is to the right of the orange sheep. That means Sam here, that Bob is to the right of, is the orange sheep. So there we go there. Nobody else can be orange. And we know that Sam is in the far left. So we know that. I messed up my lines here. So it looks like if we go, okay, so that's that. So we have a little square here. Doug can either be blue or yellow, and Bob can be either blue or yellow. And apparently I figured it out up there already. Bob can either be left or right, except we know, oh wait, these are colors, not sheep. But you guys get the idea. Let's see, he's working on, haha, have fun with that. You forgot to die at first, moron. As I'm calling myself stupid. Dagnammit. And I'm not going to pull the hints up again. You guys can see how I figured it out. Obviously it took me less time the first time than this time. Orange, Sam, and are you going to put Sam in the far left? Yes, you are. Good job. Okay, so we figured that out, right? Green. Thomas is green. And are we putting him in the middle? Yes. Bob. We don't have the color yet for Bob. Bob is blue. Okay. Bob is blue, which means he's not yellow, and that means Doug is yellow. I wasn't paying attention. Where did I put Bob? Doug is yellow. Okay. And Bob ended up in the left spot. Wait, I knew that. But there. Either way. Blue in the left. Yellow in the right, there with Doug, and then Mac, purple in the far right. There we go. Just a tip, you might want to turn down your jukebox volume down for this one. Yep, because it gets pretty freaking annoying. This puzzle was actually a lot of fun too. I really enjoyed all of these puzzles. I want to find a map that has more puzzles like these. Maybe just a map that's all just puzzles like these. Guy Peasant, have any suggestions? Let me know. So this one, let's see if I'll pull up the map again. You have the map there, and your goal is to get from the blue to the red by opening up different rooms. Each disc will open up a different room that has an entrance on different sides. Whee, splat. Boing. And once I open up the menu again, I'll show you guys, or not the menu, my inventory, looking at the discs. I keep pointing at the screen as if you guys can see, but you know, I'm done with the camcorder stuff for now. We'll see how it works. But if you look, each disc has arrows pointing in a different direction. That's the direction that the new room will open up to. You notice that one? Oh yeah, there we go. Turning down the jukebox volume, because each jukebox continues to play even when you put a new one in. So like that one has arrows up and down, so I put that there. It has a door up and down. What I didn't realize until a little ways in, and I was trying to figure out if the orientation for the discs changed the way I was facing, or if the orientation was always so that the red square that I'm trying to get to is up. Or if, say, now that I'm facing that way, if that way is now up in accordance to the discs. One other thing that I had a problem with, see, right now I was thinking that it was in accordance to the way I'm looking. But another thing that I had a problem with is that once you remove the music discs, they lose their pattern. Meaning you can't tell which direction they're supposed to go. See right there? No more little side-by-side little arrow thingies. Fortunately, once you go back and hit reset, it gives you all new discs with the arrows in the right places. See, all new discs. And it's at this point that I'm starting to figure out the orientation. Once again, I screw up my music discs, but I get it figured out without having to reset again. Oof! Also, I'm really excited to be getting a new computer monitor. The computer I'm using, I built last year. It's a really nice, I really like it. gaming computer. But the monitor that I'm using is still like 6, 7 years old. I've had it since, I think since I got married, so all 5, almost 6 years ago. So, might not make a difference to you guys, but I'm really excited. Actually, it will make a difference because there's several games that I have that I've been wanting to play, except my current monitor doesn't have a high enough resolution, and it distorts it or cuts it off the screen and I can't see it all. So once I get that put up, and then again with this map, I actually took the time at the beginning and drew out the map as I was trying to figure things out. You notice I'm now keeping myself completely oriented, always facing the same way so that the music discs don't. So that I can see where the music discs are going each time. And with that one, we are through. Here's the freebie hint. Move the mobs to the other side. Careful with those fences. They look weak. So this one here is another fairly common puzzle where you're trying to get all of them to the other side, and you have the stipulation of, you know, in this case you can't have the zombies outnumber the villagers at any point on either side. The way I had originally learned the puzzle was you have 3 missionaries and 3 cannibals on one side of the river. You have a boat that can only hold 2 of them. You can't have the cannibals outnumber the missionaries on either side at any time, because then the cannibals will eat the missionaries. And so this is just a nice simple transition. Instead of cannibals and missionaries, you've got zombies and villagers. Unfortunately, I didn't remember the solution to the puzzle, and I did have to look it up. And even when I looked it up, it wasn't the puzzle that I was used to, so I had to kind of translate it a little bit. And in doing so, I got confused. So by the end of the puzzle, by the end of me, you know, solving it, trying to figure it out, I had gotten the zombies and the villagers mixed up in my little pattern that I was supposed to do, and kept losing. And it was frustrating. You'll see what I mean. Oh no! They're killing my villager. There they go, killing my villagers again. I'm terrible. Killing my villagers. See, here I am doing absolutely nothing as I'm trying to look up the solution. See, and here I think I've got it finally figured out. Except right here, I'm supposed to move a villager back. Here I am trying to very quickly move the zombies back, but failing. Just reset it, there's no point. And I kind of glitched it a little bit. Because there's zombies in the transfer, and I reset. So now I have zombies. And I wish it would have given me a way to break that glass so I don't have to reset if I do something wrong. And it takes me a few tries to figure out what I'm doing wrong with the stupid zombie and villager. Here I go, trying to move the zombie back again, because hey, it didn't work the first time, let's try it again. I was hoping I could do it too fast. And even then, if I move those 2 zombies over there, they're going to get that villager. So, I don't know what that would have done for me. Just reset it. One thing I didn't like about this particular puzzle is the amount of time it took between transfers. You know, I can't imagine it would have been too horribly difficult to set up I'm assuming they're using command blocks, setting up the command blocks to just automatically transfer them. Just go pop, pop, back and forth on each side. I just imagine how much it would suck like so I get reset on one of these once I'm so far in. Because like right here, I literally have to go back and forth with just the zombies. Move over 1, pick up 2, move over 1, pick up 2. It would have been nicer if it was instantaneous. But maybe that's just me being impatient. That's probably just me being impatient. And with that, we've finished this puzzle and we've finished this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, give me some comments, let me know how I'm doing, and I will see you all in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.